In this video, we're going to be talking about Chat GPT, and I'm going to give you a full tutorial on how to use it. I'm going to start off by explaining what exactly Chat GPT is. I will then show you how to actually create your own account, and then I'm going to show you how to actually use it, showing you all the different opportunities that it presents to you. This is a great video for you if you're an absolute beginner trying to figure out how to use Chat GPT. So if you've got questions about Chat GPT and you just want to know what are the opportunities that are available for using it, this is the one and only video that you need to watch. So let's go as I show you how to use it. So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to come to Google and we're just going to search and say OpenAI. And then you're going to see the website. It's the first one that appears there. As you can see, it's openai.com. You're just going to click on that, and then it's going to bring you to the website here, as you can see. So ChatGPT is a tool, or it's an app, or whatever you want to call it, but it falls under OpenAI. So what you're going to do is you're just going to look for this here where it says try, and you're just going to click on that. And then it's just going to ask you to either log in or to sign up. So you just sign up once, and every other time that you want to use it, you're just going to have to log in. So because this is a tutorial, I'm just going to show you what it looks like to sign up. You click on sign up, and then you're just going to enter your email, verify that you're not a robot, click on continue, and then enter a password, click on continue. Then as you can see, it's going to ask you to verify your email. I'm just going to open my Gmail account and then just click on the link to verify. As you can see, it's the first one there. I just click on the link, verify email address. And then it's just going to ask me some basic details about myself. So I'm just going to fill this in quickly. Then it's going to ask for your phone number. You enter the verification code. Then it's going to bring you to this page here. And the first thing it says is that this is a free research preview. Our goal is to get external feedback in order to improve our system and make them safer. So in other words, they probably will charge a certain amount of money for using ChatGPT in the future, but for now, they're using it for research purposes. So it's free for anyone to join. And then while we have safeguards in place, the system may occasionally generate incorrect or misleading information. So not everything that you're going to see in ChatGPT is 100% accurate. We're just going to click on next. Conversations may be reviewed by our AI trainers to improve our systems. Please do not share any sensitive information in your conversation. So don't share stuff like your banking details or maybe your exact address. Just going to click on next. The system is optimized for dialogue. Let us know if a particular response was good or unhelpful. Share your feedback in our Discord servers. So Discord servers is basically, they have got a group where you can join and just give them feedback on Discord. So you just saw the link that I clicked there. If you already have a Discord account, or you can come and create one, then you'll just be able to give them feedback and interact with other people who are already using this platform. I'm just going to click on done. And so this is the interface of ChatGPT. I'm starting off with right here to the left, it says new chat. Every single time you create a chat with the platform, it's going to appear here. So for the different chats that you have, you'll be able to see them all on this dashboard here on the left, and then you'll be able to go back to them just by simply clicking. And then as you can see here, the examples, the capabilities, and their limitations. The first one, for example, is just basically showing you how the platform actually works. So for example, explain quantum computing in simple terms. You just click on that, and then it's going to give you a response. And I'm just going to show you right now. Then there's capabilities. Remembers what user said earlier in the conversation. So in other words, if you start a conversation with ChatGPT, it's going to keep in its memory everything that you were talking about, to a point whereby it's able to continue the conversation. It doesn't start the conversation from the beginning, and I'll show you what that means. Then allows users to provide follow-up corrections. In other words, it's a conversation that continues. It's able to build up from what you asked it in the first place. I'll show you what I mean by that. And then it's trained to decline inappropriate requests. For example, if you ask it to create, maybe let's just say you ask it how to create a pipe bomb, or you ask it to create some form of a weapon that can hurt people, it's not going to respond to that request because that information is inappropriate. Then there's limitations. May occasionally generate incorrect information. So in other words, as much as this is a great platform, as I will show you, you need to be aware that not everything that it says is 100% accurate. And then may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content. In other words, it's telling you that you need to be very aware and you need to be very careful. Don't take everything that it says as fact. You also then maybe need to check out whether what it's saying is true or not for yourself. And then limited knowledge of world and events after 2021. In other words, its servers or its database of information ends at 2021, doesn't have information about 2022 and 2023. So let me show you how ChatGPT works. For example, let's just say that right now as I'm recording this, it's January, and one of the things people are trying to do is they're trying to lose weight. I can come here and say, what's the best way to lose belly fat, right? I'm just going to type that in. And then ChatGPT will start responding to me and giving me information about the question that I asked, right? For example, the best way to lose belly fat is through a combination of cardiovascular exercises, strength training, along with a healthy diet that includes plenty of fruits and etc., etc. So when earlier on, when I mentioned that like it will continue the conversation, I can, based on this information that it's given me, I can ask it and say, what are the best foods to eat, right? And it's going to continue in line with what I already asked it here. As you can see, I didn't say to eat during weight loss or to lose belly fat, but as you can see, it's continuing the conversation, will promote weight loss or a healthy diet. So what it's basically going to do is that it's going to give me as much information as possible, but summarizing it, as you can see, based on what question I ask it. And then like I can even just go further here and come down and say, what are the best how do you spell exercises? Exercises to do to lose weight. And what I also like is even when I make mistakes in my spellings, it's able to recognize the words that are spelled wrong and it's able to correct. And here, as you can see, it's just basically answering my questions and it's giving me answers in point form. Now, another example that I can throw in is that usually people, when they're trying to do weight loss, they use something like keto diet to lose weight. And so I can come here and say, please give me a list of keto diet recipes to try, right? While it's typing there, normally when people are trying to learn something, they will just come to Google. And for example, I'll say keto diet recipes. I'm not sure of the spelling of recipes there, but as you can see, based on whatever you're searching, you're going to get like, for this one, I've got 250 million results, right? So in other words, I have to go through all these different articles to eventually find what I'm looking for. But when you use ChatGPT, it's able to just create everything that you're looking for all in just one page. So as you can see, it's just populating this and it's giving me ideas of different meals that I actually can do for a keto diet. Then let's just say that maybe I just decide to use one of these, like keto chicken parmesan. I can just copy that. And then I can come down here and then just say, what ingredients do I need to buy for? And I'm just going to copy what I pasted. Well, I'm going to paste what I copied there. And then it's just going to tell me like all the different ingredients that I need to just prepare this type of meal. Now, let's say that I want to start a completely different conversation or chat. What I can just do is that I can just click here where it says new chat. And then as you can see, my chat, the one that I had, is still there. I can just simply click over here, but I just click on new chat to start a whole new conversation. Let's just say that I'm a student and maybe I've got a very particular question. I've got an assignment that I need to write. I'm just going to use history, for example. Let's say that maybe I'm meant to write an assignment about the role of the United States in ending World War II. I can actually ask ChatGPT, what role did the USA play in ending World War II, right? And basically, it's just going to give me all the information that I need to know. It's just going to write an article for me that I can just copy, make a few changes, and then just submit it. That's my assignment. As you can see, this is a bit short. So what I can then do is I can ask it and say, please make it longer. As you can see, just by asking it to make it longer, it's then able to increase the length of the article. And depending on like the information that you have yourself, you can just keep feeding it more questions. You can just keep feeding it more information. For example, I can mention and say, also talk about Pearl Harbor. And then as you can see, it's going to add on what I asked it to the details above. And so I'm just going to be able to copy this and then just paste it into a document. Like I mentioned earlier on, you can just make a few edits, or if it's good enough, you feel it's good enough, you can actually just copy it and paste it the way that it is and use it. Now, if you feel like with the information that has been given to you, you feel like, okay, you don't like the angle that the chat is actually giving to you, you can click here where it says regenerate response, and then it's going to start writing again everything that is said, but then in a different way. Another example that I can give, let's say that maybe I want to write a children's book, a book that they can read. I can actually come to Chat GPT and get it to write a book for me. Let's say that I want to write a book about a rabbit and a cat that are traveling to Brazil. For example, I can just say, write a children's book about a rabbit and a cat traveling to Brazil by aeroplane, right? And then as you can see, Chat GPT is actually going to make up a whole story for me based on the information that I gave it. And as you can see, it says the end because it's written the article, and that's the basic storyline. And if I feel like I want it to be longer, I'm just going to ask it and say, please make it longer. And it's going to write the whole story again, but it's going to make it longer. It's just going to add more details. And like I showed you earlier on, if you want it to keep adding more details, you can just keep giving it prompts. Like I can maybe say, talk about what happened in the aeroplane. It's going to write about what happened in the aeroplane. If I say talk about what's the first thing that they saw in Brazil, it's going to write about the first thing that they saw in Brazil. So this is actually one way that you can write a full book or a full story in just a day. Normally people who write books will tell you that it takes weeks or it takes months, but using this, you'll be able to do it in a day. Another example that I can give you is, let's just say that you are a marketer, or you're someone who maybe does drop shipping, you're someone who does affiliate marketing, or you're just someone who runs an online business, and you use blogs or you use your website to attract visitors to come to your website. Let's say that you're trying to blog about some weight loss supplements. I'll just give you an example here. I just found this article online, and it's showing weight loss pills and supplements, and it basically gives you the best ones to use based on their studies or their information. So the question is, where would you get all this information to write here, right? You need to do your own research, or you can just simply come and use Chat GPT. I can come and say, write for me a blog post about the, let's just say, 8 best weight loss supplements to use to lose weight, right? I'm just going to type that in, and then it's going to write a blog article for me. So like I showed you earlier on, these people did the research. They researched the different types of supplements that are available on the market, and then they put even links in here. As you can see, there are a few links there. If you click on that, it's going to take you to another page somewhere where you can get more information and choose to buy these supplements. So I'm sure these people, it took them quite a while to actually gather all this information. But if I come back to ChatGPT, as you can see, I'm already on point number 4. All this is being written out for me. And what I like is that, like, you can see that it's writing in short form, like green tea extract. Once it's done typing out all these different the list, I then can ask it for more information about green tea extract, and it's going to write all the information for me. I don't have to do the research myself. I can just use Chat GPT to do the research for me. But yes, I did mention earlier on that you would want to then go and verify and make sure that the information that is written for you is actually accurate and correct. But take note, this can be your skeleton. This can be your foundation for whatever type of article that you're trying to write. And that's why ChatGPT is so brilliant.
So that's the basic tutorial on how to use ChatGPT. I hope it was of value to you. Let me know in the comment section how you're going to be using ChatGPT, whether you're going to be using it as a student, you're going to be using it for your classwork, you're going to be using it for your business, or you're going to be using it for your assignments, whatever it is, just let me know in the comment section below. And if you feel like this is a great tool for you, make sure that you check out my next video, which is coming out tomorrow, where I'm going to be showing you several businesses that you can start using ChatGPT. It's not just a great tool that just talks back to you, but it actually can be used for running a business. So if you're someone who's interested in making some money online, make sure you check my video tomorrow. If you haven't liked this video, make sure that you like this video just to show your support, and hit the subscribe and the bell notification so that you'll be notified every single time I create content just like this. Otherwise, thank you so much for checking out this content. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Take care.